Hello, everybody. This is a special reacts. Anthony Alpha here with you, and the reason why it's special because we want to keep this exclusive probably to YouTube here. I'm going to review the first two episodes of the Netflix show WWE Unreal. Just got through finishing the second episode, and I'll just be honest, just in general, I didn't think I would like this show as much, but I love it. This show's fantastic. I guess as an overall scope, just think of first off, it's produced by Peyton Manning, which is crazy. Omaha Productions, of course, Jamie Hurwitz, Lee Fitting, all good sports television producers, good TV people. Of course, you know the name Peyton Manning. But if you're a fan of Hard Knocks, I guess the best way to describe the show, if you're a fan of Hard Knocks, this is the show for you. I think if you're a wrestling fan, watching content like this, then more than likely you'll enjoy Unreal. No, it's not going to give you all the behind-the-scenes stuff of how every booking decision is made. But what I do like, and you really see it with episode 2 when they talked about Jey Uso arriving at the decision of Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, you see the ramifications of Jey winning the Rumble and the decision of Jey winning the Rumble. You see the ramifications for that. It's pretty cool. Let me go episode by episode. Again, we're just reviewing the first two episodes. First episode, again, like every show, every movie starts a tad bit slow. But I thought it was pretty cool. You know, everyone who is on the show introduced by their real name, wrestling name, and everything in between. Thought that was really cool. Because even for me, since we cover this stuff, I don't have a full encyclopedia knowledge on every wrestler's name or anything like that. Like, I never knew Rhea Ripley's real name. So that was actually pretty cool to hear something like that. My favorite is John Cena. Because John Cena, it's John Cena. That's my real name. Wrestling name, John Cena. Government name, John Cena. Nickname, John Cena. Oh, man. I thought that was really cool. But it takes you back, as NFL films shows do. It takes you back to a moment in time where, holy smokes, this was important. And the Netflix Raw show was unbelievably important. And it takes you back to the moment in time of some of the storylines. You think back to the beginning stages, it feels like, of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. It takes you back to, you see The Rock, you see a few other things. Liv and Rhea Ripley was spotlighted. That was amazing, is that feud went on forever, but it seemed like it was forever ago since that feud has happened. So, again, moment in time, we're talking now, 8 months later, that we're back here in real time. And then you think about the build and how important it was. And I do want to mention a point that I saw on social media. So, but, the Bruce Pritchard and Joseph Park, his wrestling name is Abyss. Abyss from TNA, from the glory days of TNA. And I saw somebody online, it was like, oh, Bruce, Abyss doesn't deserve that kind of treatment, and Bruce really laid him out to dry. I know it's not popular to defend Bruce Pritchard or anything like that. Depending on your workplace, that could be Tuesday. I mean, you do see that Abyss is a really great guy, has a great heart. Great to have William Regal on the staff to kind of like, hey, you produced that match with Cena I keep saying Cena. With Punk and Seth Rollins going over by a few minutes. But you do see, like, hey, yes, it's a wrestling show, but it is a television production. And we also saw, too, like, with a television production, timing is everything. Good timing makes a quick and effective television show. Bad timing, whether you're short or more dangerously running long, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. So that was good insight to kind of see the insights of that. How guerrilla, what is guerrilla position and the dynamics of the guerrilla position and the behind the scenes happenings. But the time, that timing stuff is real. You also see, too, I talked about it on React shows before, the leadership of Triple H. And I think it's so important. If you have a player who turns into your head coach or turns into the boss, that's a pretty cool thing. Because there are certain things that for those who played, those who wrestle, certain things that they understand that an exec may not understand. But you got to learn the ropes of being an executive as well. So I commend Triple H. We see EC3, covering Exodus. EC3, long wrestling career, and now leading the younger talent. Their words matter. Everything that's said by Triple H or on a local level here, EC3, everything that's is said matters. It makes sense. So that was really, really cool to see. Again, episode 1, I thought was pretty good. Episode 2, I feel like things really picked up. We start to get into I love the discussion. Again, this show doesn't give away everything, but I like seeing the conversation of who should win the Rumble. And it was CM Punk that was chosen by most. There was a writer in there that gave a or a producer that gave a classic play to hits. John Cena should win the Rumble. Excuse me, I didn't like that opinion, but I in reviewing the show, I love seeing that opinion. Those are the behind the scenes things that you do want to see without giving away the juice. And then you heard I forgot who it was. I think it was Ed. Float out the name of Jey Uso, and then Michael Hayes saying, "Look, you got somebody who's hot right now, who's red hot. Let's put the strap, let's put the rocket on him, let's have him fly." But then you also see the concerns that Triple H pointed out that Kyle and I have talked about on our show. It's like, look, we can make the move to have you in the Rumble in main event WrestleMania, but you can't crash out or you can't crash and burn. So again, a message of, hey, we're putting you in a spotlight. We trust you in this spot. We need to know that you're ready for this spot. It hasn't been flawless, but I love the story of arriving to that point. Really cool stuff. I thought the I Show Speed stuff was hilarious. I don't think the trailer video did justice of how great that scene actually was on the show and how it played out. It was like, Triple H telling Stephanie, all right, this is what's going to happen. Kind of, do this, kind of BS your way through it, and then this is what's going to happen. So that was really cool. And then you see NFL films at work, right? The Royal Rumble match, I mean, taking me back, my friends, everyone was there. Rebecca was there. Taking us back to a moment of time when that show occurred. So it's surreal for me because I was there in person on my birthday to see it filmed that way with the cinematic shots. That was really cool. That was really, really cool to see. And I thought episode 1 was fine. Episode 2 knocked it out of the park. And either later this week or this weekend or next week, I'll watch the last 3 episodes. I do want to point out one other thing, though, too. As you start to, if you're watching this, you've seen the first 2 shows already, or you're waiting to watch the first 2 episodes. Remember that this is pro wrestling, and remember that in the world of pro wrestling, everything that's put out is a work. It's just a matter of which, to the extent you are willing to be worked. It's the reason why you watch our podcast. It's the reason why you like behind-the-scenes content. You like discussing behind-the-scenes content and everything in between. This show, because they promoted this in a mainstream type fashion, I felt the way it was shot that it was perfectly acceptable for them not to go over every single major booking decision. After watching the first 2 episodes, it is clear that is not who Peyton Manning, NFL Films, Omaha Productions, WWE, Netflix, it's clear that's not what they were going for. If you're watching this show, you already are well aware of what happened on the Netflix debut. You're well aware of what happened at the Royal Rumble. And, of course, the makings of the Cena heel turn, and we'll get to all that. It's cool to see the reaction to the subjects, the wrestlers, react to, hey, Jay, you're gonna win the Rumble. Or Cena, we're gonna put this together. Or Cody, we're gonna do this for you. Kevin Owens, we're gonna do this for you. It's cool to see the behind-the-scenes reaction to all of those things happening. Because we already knew it happened, but to see the behind-the-scenes, see how the other wrestlers backstage are interacting, those are cool things. But again, remember, everything is a work. This is wrestling. It's a matter of if you're willing to be worked. If you're willing to be worked, you question everything because Triple H's WWE tells you to question everything. So you question, in a good way, why does Unreal come out now, this week, ahead of SummerSlam? Why do we have a scene with Punk and Gunther backstage? What's going on there? Why the heavy emphasis? I know it was the main event of the Netflix Raw, but I dare to question, why the heavy emphasis on Punk Rollins in episode 1 ahead of CM Punk's quest to finally win the world title on Mania Saturday? If Seth Rollins is not really per se hurt, does that give you an indication that, Seth Rollins might cost CM Punk the championship again? The wheels are turning. But all in all, phenomenal show. Great show. Great series. Again, 2 episodes in. WWE and Netflix, everyone did a phenomenal job putting this show together and shooting this. So, really, really great stuff. If you're willing to go there and go behind the scenes, this show is for you. This show is definitely for you. It's worth the watch. And I think you will very much enjoy the show. I don't think we're going to talk about this show and the happenings of this show on our main podcast because we want to keep the focus on the current storylines. But I do want to deliver the reactions here on YouTube where you are seeking this kind of content and you're not surprised by the content. So, great stuff. And remember, when you do watch this show, and you watch Unreal, and you watch our reactions, you should do it while drinking W Energy. W Energy drink, a lot of cool flavors. The Blue Raz flavor, you got that. Got a lot of good stuff. W Energy, that's what you're looking to get, W.GG. Type in a promo code SHWP10. SHWP10. That's where you can find, not just find the sample pack and even a cup for W Energy. There it is. But also get 10% off of your online order. All right. That'll do it. Again, go watch Unreal. I think it's a great show. I think you'll love it. All right. We're going to get this uploaded. By the time this is uploaded, AEW should be on. And we're going to react. Kyle and I will both react. There is a major championship match tonight. It's the All-In main event rematch live from Playhouse Square in Chicago. I know, it was a shot. But cool stuff. Go watch Unreal. Great show.